Hey guys, it's Duan, and
Craig.
what's super exciting is that when you're watching this video, we will be officially on our honeymoon.
Finally.
Finally.
Jesus.
I know. We got married September 8th, for those of you who don't know, 2019. And February 2nd, we leave for our honeymoon. So this story is about Craig's wedding gift. I just really wanted to share it because it just meant a lot to me, and I felt like your gesture should be shared because it's
My
just
attempted gesture.
yeah. And then, excitingly enough, we will go into a highlight video that has never before been seen of our wedding. So this is all wedding vibes that's going on in this video while we are on our honeymoon.
It hasn't been posted anywhere?
No, it hasn't been posted anywhere. So I will show it in this vlog.
Okay.
So story time. Come along. And we're back. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but I posted some hilarious pictures of when Craig gave me the wedding gift, my wedding gift, which were earrings, a bracelet, and a necklace. But I found out the day after our wedding, so
The morning
after the wedding, when I was incredibly hungover. Why was I on the floor? I was on the floor. I was at the base of the bed at the hotel.
You were hungover.
Oh, yeah.
And you thought you were going to throw up.
Yeah, probably. Okay. Craig told me that his original plan was not this. It was actually something else.
It was a more sentimental gift. Like a year and a half or 2 years after we met, you sold your dad's car to a family friend. It was like a 98 Jeep Grand Cherokee. For a long time, I flirted with the idea of finding it because the family friend eventually sold it. And I think originally I wanted to get it for your 30th birthday.
Really?
Yeah, but I was too broke. But yeah, I wanted to find who owned it and buy it from them and then like turn it into like an adventure vehicle. Like something that we leave in California and every time we visit we can, take it to the beach or take it to camping in Yosemite or whatever. Just take it somewhere to like honor the memory of the things that you did with your dad in that car and like the trips you took and the adventures you had and make our own memories with it.
So a little history of my dad's Jeep. It was a 98 Jeep Grand Cherokee.
It was green.
And it was like a greenish bronzy.
Yeah,
I don't know. But it was this really cool color. And I remember my dad got it. He got it used. It was a couple years old. And I remember my mom and I pulling up to the driveway, clicking the garage remote control, and just slowly the garage door opening up and just seeing this Grand Cherokee in the garage and in shock, and me just always loving Grand Cherokees. I saw it and was just like and I was like, is this ours? And it was this surprise that my dad went and got us, got a new car for the family. I immediately ran to my neighbor's house, my best friends. I was screaming oh my God, my dad bought a Grand Cherokee. I think in 5th grade when he got it. And it ended up being the car that I learned to drive in. I was able to drive it to high school on Thursdays, my junior year. My dad will allow that. And just so much of just being in that car and loving that car. And my dad had it until the day he passed away. He had it for the rest of his life. And my dad passed away the end of August of 2011, when my mom and I went to go check on my dad because we hadn't heard from him in a long time. We drove to his condominium building, and we saw it parked in his parking spot. So we were okay, he's here, because we couldn't get a hold of him for a few days. If you want to watch the video of me talking about that, I'll put it here. I remember seeing it and his car parked in the garage, and then we ended up finding out that he passed away. And then I ended up taking the car and we sold it to a good close family friend. Apparently I found out that the day after the wedding that Craig tried to find that car for me to give to me on my wedding day, our wedding day.
The process that I took was contacting Verica, who Duan had sold it to, and her daughter. They eventually found the contact information and the name and everything of and the license plate and the VIN number of the vehicle and sent that over to me. I think I did like a Carfax report or something like that. Somehow I figured out, this is kind of scary, but like somehow I figured out where those people lived. And I think because when you sell a car privately in California, they have to like write the address and stuff like that. So I found that paperwork online, so found out where they lived, went on like Google Maps to check the street view to see if like the Jeep was in the driveway. They update those every like couple years, so I don't know why I did that. And my sisters or JB, like somebody was gonna go to their house and like knock on the door and be like, hey, we're looking for the Jeep. But then this was like 2 months into the process, I think. I finally pulled like the state insurance information and found out that they had sold it to another person. And then in, I think, 2017, that person had gotten into an accident and the insurance just totaled it. Like they claimed it had been totaled. And one of like this, like, I learned so much in this process. This like chain of junkyards that has a ton of different locations bought it, I guess, at auction so that they could sell it as salvage, or they could like sell the parts up from it or whatever. So I found out which location they had taken it, and my sisters drove out there like a week later. Because you couldn't get a hold of individual locations. Like no matter who I called, it didn't help. Like there was nobody I could talk to that worked there. So my sisters went and spoke to the people at the salvage yard, and unfortunately found that it was gone.
Were you going to like park it outside the venue? Like, how are you going to? What was your idea?
So my intention was to. Had you never noticed that like over the years I'd asked you like, what do you think about this Jeep? What do you think about this Jeep? What do you think about how this looks?
Because I love Jeeps. So the Jeeps are my favorite.
But it was always like a 98 Grand Cherokee that I would show you. That was like, that had been remodeled, had been customized. Because that was my intention. I was going to put like a small lift kit on it, and, like a winch and like a thing on the grill and a roof rack with one of those tent things on it so that you could just sleep on the top, and put a sound system in it or whatever, and replace the engine if I had to, and the brakes, transmission,
everything because it was old.
I think the plan was either to have somebody like pick you up in it the morning of the wedding and drive you to the venue in it, or that night, like when we're leaving the venue, have somebody drive it up so that you and I could go to the next surprise, the after party. But yeah, I just wanted to make it, I wanted to turn it into something that we can make our own memories with and take our own kids to see the things that we love then.
Thank you for trying to do that. I love you. So yeah, that is what Craig tried to do for me as our wedding
Every
gift.
time I told somebody that was my goal, they would be like, whoa, that is such a great sentimental gift.
Like, I would never in a million years think that you would do something like that. That you would even think to do something like that to, like, my dad's Jeep. Like, it's so silly. It's just like, a thing, but it just like, it holds so much value to me. And the fact that you did, and you took all of those steps to like, see who sold it to who and find the VIN number, and then to find out that it was in like a salvage yard. In Sun Valley, and then have your sisters, because this is all in California, Craig and I live in New York City, have his sisters go to the junkyard to like try and find it. All of this was so overwhelming, because also the fact to hear that, I've always wondered like, where my dad's car is. So to hear that it had been totaled, unfortunately, so devastating to hear. So it was a lot to take in. But it meant a lot, and I really appreciate it, and I love you. I'm very lucky to have you.
Verica had a really good idea.
What was her idea?
She's like, you should definitely go, or I'll go, and somebody should go and check to see if anything is left, like a license plate or something like that. But nope, it was all gone. But that's okay.
It's okay. The rest of this vlog is a highlight video of Craig and my wedding. I hope that you enjoy it and come along.
Duan, I want you to know that while we may not have achieved all that we've set out to these last 9 years together, the things that will always fill me with the most pride is us. I'm immeasurably proud of the relationship that we have built. I see it as a testament to it. That doesn't make sense. With that said, my main promise to you is to always work to better myself.
Dear my best friend, our relationship has always felt so effortless. It's so easy being with you. I love traveling with you. I love eating new foods with you. I love watching Love Island with you. And I love experiencing life with you. And the thought that I get to be with you for the rest of it is just the bee's knees.
Duan is so lucky to have Craig. Honestly, she's like the luckiest person I know. She wins everything she enters, and she does put a lot of hard work. I think the luckiest day of Duan's life is the day she met Craig.
My life got better because these two got better. And their miasma uplifts everyone around them. You are the teachers, the father, the mother of this ragtag group of raccoons who now look to you for guidance.
I promise to keep helping you learn new words, to feed you and keep you alive to the best of my ability.
I vow every day to be just as loving, supportive, and selfless as you.
To keep your cold, dead feet as warm as possible. To spoon you until my arm falls off.
I vow to never stop loving you and appreciating you for the incredible human being that you are. Now that Duan and Craig have pledged their love and exchanged rings in the presence of family and friends, it's my greatest pleasure to pronounce them husband and wife.
Wow.
Did
How
you-
fun was that?
That was the best day ever. It really was.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so excited to like go on our honeymoon and still be experiencing us being newlyweds. You
And
know.
lay in a hammock for like 12 hours straight.
Yes. I'm so excited. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with us. We will see you next week.
And do the Forrest Gump wave.
What's Forrest Gump?
Like a 90-degree. No.
Wait, but you're cutting off. You need to be closer in.
Oh, so do it in front of you.